Have you ever tried to sell a home and you've been left frustrated? It's been on the market maybe 1 year or 2 years. Well, I have some tips for you on how you can manifest a sale of your home or another piece of property. My name is Sherold Barr, and I'm a master life coach and a former realtor. And I bought and sold probably 10 to 20 properties in my time. So now, one of the things that I wanted to do with my husband John is to sell our Odell Lake home. John has had this home for 8 years. So one of the things that my husband John and I want to sell is our cabin up at Odell Lake. And John bought it 30 years ago, and we got married up here 23 years ago. So we have a lot of attachment to this place. So I want to tell you a story about this. So 3 years ago, we decided, finally, I was dragging my feet. I didn't want to sell this property. 3 years ago, we decided it was time to sell it. And our partners wanted a higher price, and I knew that that was just going to sit on the market, which it did, but we did it. We were good partners. We listed it. And we bought a St. Joseph statue. And I don't know if you've heard about this, but I have used it now for 4 properties, and it works. So one of the properties I want to tell you about, so it works. So we buried a statue, and I'm going to show you where we buried it. This is our cabin. So let's see if I can turn this around. I guess not. So anyway, this is our cabin. This just fucked. Okay. Anyway, so we buried a statue of St. Joseph. It was a plastic statue, and we buried it over, I'm going to walk over here. We buried it over here in a little planter on our deck. And it's pretty bright out here, so I don't know how this is going to, you can see this. So we buried our first statue of St. Joseph kind of right over in here. Buried him upside down. And here's the cabin. I'll give you a little tour. Here's the front of the cabin. It's very beautiful. It's a large cabin up on Forest Service land. Anyway, so we buried the statue of St. Joseph. Let me get over here. So we buried this statue, and the next time, the very next time we came up, the statue was out here on actually the statue, our partners had put it up on a shelf in the kitchen where it was really obvious to see. And I have to say that I was absolutely horrified. When I called the partners, they said, well, maybe a squirrel dug it up. But it's a pretty hard plastic sculpture. Statue, hard plastic statue. So who knows what happened, but it was really kind of to me an ominous sign. So we bought another statue, and as per the instructions, you pray the prayer that comes with the statue for 9 days. So we did that, and we buried it, and I'll show you what that looks like. And we lowered the price. And then this year, I thought, what is wrong? You know, what's going on? So one of the things that I did was cut cords. And the way I do it is very simple. I just pretend like these are scissors, and I cut all attachments. I ask that all attachments, especially because we got married up here, it's this very special place to me and to John. So we both cut cords. I told John, we've got to start clearing clutter. That's absolutely one of the manifesting tips. So what we did is we got crystal clear that we were willing to release this place because we'd been holding on to these attachments, these emotional attachments. So we both released it. I did a lot of practice with both of us. So we released it. So we were clear about it. We were clear about what we would want. And I also knew that I'd been holding on. I wanted it to sell the very first year. I was very attached to when it would sell and to how much it would sell for. And that is a block right there. So I realized I've been holding this back. So we released all of that. And as sad as we were, every time a realtor said, oh, someone saw it, we were excited, and we knew that this was the right year. We've had a lot of interest this year. So about 2 weeks ago, our housekeeper gave us a gift, and it was this home selling kit. I got to show you this. So this came from her church, and I'd never seen this, but I think this is hilarious. Before, and it's smart, they're going to make money. There's a lot of people that use this. And as I've said, I've sold 4 homes using a statue of St. Joseph. And here is this beautiful little statue. The others are just clear plastic. So we prayed to Joe here. I think today's our 8th night, and we're very heartfelt, sincere when we do the prayer that comes with it. So it's a novella. I think it's called a novella or a novena. So we are going in a day. We have one more day. We're going to bury him right over here. Let me show you this. So this is where our beloved animals are buried. And the first St. Joe statue has been a little bit uncovered here. This is always interesting to me. So here is, you can see that he's kind of right here. So this is a copy, a very similar, exact same one that we had the head cut off and found that one. So anyway, there's tips on how deep you bury them. Some say 12 inches, some say turn their back towards the house. There's all kinds of ways and ways you can do it. So it just do it the way you feel is comfortable. So I'm going to put him down a little deeper this time. And I'm turning his back to the house, and I'll put him in with that. And so this time we're doing a double. We've got that guy, because I cleaned it off earlier in the summer, and we prayed 9 nights again for this year. And now we're going to let this little home seller's kit do its thing. So the last thing I want to say to you is that I have a manifesting method, and I'm a mofo at manifesting. I have to say that because I manifested my husband John. I did all the law of attraction, all of the things that's a whole nother blog. I've manifested and created 2 6-figure businesses. I've manifested 2 $1 million condos and sold those using St. Joseph statue. One of the condos didn't sell for a year, and I realized again, my big block is I'm holding on to attachment. How much money it went for, and that was $1 million condo. So I think we got $1,024,000 for that one. But when I bought St. Joe, and then at the year mark, and buried him upside down in a planter on the deck, and I had always wanted 2 offers at once because I knew one offer would drive the other one up. 2 offers we got. We got our exact thing that we wanted after we did this St. Joseph thing. So try it. And then I'm going to put my magnet method of manifesting in the transcript of this blog. And there's 6 steps. One is you've got to be crystal clear about what you want. And 2 is you've got to clear physical clutter. And on this trip, we're hauling out a lot of clutter from the attic and stuff to take to Goodwill. 3, mental clutter. That's resistance. Oh, it'll never sell, or I need that money right now. Any of that stuff's mental clutter. That's your thinking, your beliefs. Then 4 is to take action. So obviously I've been showing you all the action I took, and we have been pulling it out of everything this year just to really play with this. And 5 is to claim it. And that means that you're going to allow it. No resistance around this. You want this to happen. and you're willing to receive it. And then the last step, the sixth step, is the one where I mess up every time, and that is to let go. Let go. So you are not attached to how much it's going to sell for. You are not attached to when it's going to sell. You let go of all of that and let the universe take over. And this is an amazing thing. So I will update you guys how this method works. This is now August 18th, 2018, and I'll put in the blog as a footnote when this sells and let you know how it went. Okay, I wish you guys the best of luck. Let me know what you think in comments below. And if you have some other stories about St. Joseph or other ways you've sold homes, share it. We'd love to hear it. So take care. Thanks.